After 3 years and over 100 nights sleeping on my TrunkMate Blitz beds, it's time for my long-term review. I'll show you how I set these up for solo travel and as a double bed for when my wife and I travel together. I'll show why I think this is a great sleeping platform, but depending on your needs, may not be the best option for everyone. And I'll share tips that are helpful for anyone considering buying or even building their own sleeping platform for a minivan or an SUV, like why you'll need something like this. We'll get started with the one-person setup, which includes what I like to call living room mode. But first, take a look at how compactly this folds into itself. This is important because at home, I need to store this and I don't have a lot of room. I could put it in a corner of my garage or even in a closet. The Blitz bed is quick and easy to set up and doesn't require any tools. You simply pull out the metal frame and place it on top of the provided wooden supports. These wooden supports are fully adjustable, which is important because after pulling out the second row seats, not all minivans leave a perfectly flat floor. Now we simply unfold the bedboard and rest it on top of the frame. Tip number 1 is important no matter what kind of bed setup you use. You must make sure it is secured firmly in place while driving. In my case, I use 2 tie-down straps for each Blitz bed that keeps them firmly in place for my entire trip. I usually put a yoga mat down between the bed and my mattress. But the real key for me to sleep comfortably on this bed is this 3-inch thick memory foam mattress. Now that we've got the bed configured for solo sleeping, let's set up the living room. And I wasn't kidding. I just set up this third row seat and I've got a place to sit and relax right inside the minivan. I've done several month-long cross-country camping road trips in this exact setup, and I love it. These Blitz beds are rock solid, and after over 100 nights sleeping on them, they're still as good as new. Of course, solo camping is fun, but it's even more fun when my wife joins me. So let's go ahead and convert this into a double bed so 2 people can sleep comfortably. The challenge with putting 2 Blitz beds side by side in the back of the minivan is there's this extra space between the folded down third row seat and the wall. The legs of the bed just slide right down there. Luckily, this problem is easily solved. You can cut a piece of plywood and place it over the third row seat, which is what I used to do. TrunkMate also makes this solution. It's called an anchor board, and it folds out and completely levels the third row seat, including the extra space along the edges. And it also has these nice slots that the legs slip right into. I placed the Blitz beds in side by side. The 2 beds together are exactly 48 inches wide, which fits a standard minivan perfectly. Then we extend the bed frames onto the supports, unfold the bedboard, secure the tie-downs, and add the mattresses. And we've got a bed that comfortably sleeps 2 adults. The 2 beds together feel like one big bed. The next tip also applies to anyone considering buying or building their own sleeping platform, and that is consider how much headroom you'll need. A minivan has limited clearance, so you'll always have to compromise between storage room underneath the bed and room above the bed for headroom. In my case, I needed just enough space underneath the bed to fit a few of these plastic storage bins. That leaves me with just enough room up here to be able to comfortably change my clothes, even if I can't fully sit up. Before I dive into who I think this product is a good fit for and who it's not, some quick transparency. This is not a paid review. My opinions are based on over 100 nights sleeping on these Blitz beds. 3 years ago, I purchased my first set of Blitz beds with my own money, and after posting a few YouTube videos sharing my camping setup, the folks at TrunkMate reached out and offered to send me their updated Armor Black version to test out and provide feedback, and that's what I've been using ever since. I'm also an affiliate now, so if you do decide to purchase these Blitz beds, you can use the link and coupon code in the description to get $75 off and help support the channel. But like I said, this is an honest review, so let's get into who this is and isn't a good fit for. Let's be real, this is a premium quality product made in America by a small business, and the price reflects that. For a lot of people, the cost is going to be the biggest factor, and trust me, I get it. If you're only going camping a few weekends a year, you're probably better off just throwing a cheap air mattress in the back. My friend Aaron puts a full-size mattress in the back of his caravan and he loves it. Other folks have commented that they would just use a cheap camping cot. Now that's great if it works for you. I have slept on cheap camping cots before and I've never been comfortable. The other thing to consider is if you need to sleep 2 people, you have exactly 48 inches in width to work with, so you'll need to size the cots appropriately. Other folks comment that they would just build their own sleeping platform. And of course, if you have the skills and time to do it, you probably should. My friend Rafal built a sleeping platform for his minivan. If you're considering building your own sleeping platform, just keep in mind that if you're like me and you need to be able to quickly convert your minivan from everyday driver to camper and back, and you have limited storage at home, you'll need to build something that's both modular and easy to assemble and take apart. In my case, I'd actually argue these Blitz beds have saved me many thousands of dollars. We were initially considering buying a full-size van like a Sprinter. By using my minivan for camping, I've avoided the cost of having to buy, insure, and maintain another vehicle I only use for camping. If you don't want to build your own, you need a quick 5-minute camping conversion, and you camp frequently enough to justify the cost, then yeah, I think the TrunkMate Blitz Beds are 100% worth the investment. If you've made it this far and you are interested in buying the Blitz Beds, I've got links and coupon code in the description, along with links to all the products I use in my camping setup. So cheers and happy camping to you, however you do it.